Hi everybody, it's Laura Newman from Laura's Lakeshore Stampin' Studio. Are you guys ready for another Facebook Live? Oh, Ethan, you have to go in the other room with Grandpa right now. Excuse me a moment. Go see Grandpa. So, today we're making a card. It's going to be a really fun little card, as you can see. I'm using a couple of different stamp sets. I'm using the Brush Blooms. So from here I'm using the sentiment, let's paint the town, happy birthday. And then I'm using two of the background elements, the large dots and the small dots. Really fun little card. I'm also using Hey Girlfriend. These girls are just so adorable. So I do have an order going out tomorrow. If anyone wants to pick up anything, definitely message me. Give me a phone call. Let me know. Also, I wanted to mention I'm working on building my team. I have one new recruit who will be joining me tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. And I'm also looking for more recruits. So if you've been thinking about joining Stampin' Up! For a while, this would be the time to do it with Celebration. You pay $99 plus tax for a kit. They're going to let you pick out $125 of whatever product you want, as long as it's out of a current catalog. And then they're also giving 5 packs of free designer series paper. No choice over that. It's pre-selected for you. But the $125 worth, anything you want from a current catalog. So definitely get a hold of me, ask some questions. If you're here watching tonight, say hello in the comments. I'll be giving tonight's card away to one lucky winner. So go ahead, pop in the comments and say hello. Let's get going on the card. Pretty quick and easy and fun. So I've already showed you the two stamp sets, Hey Girlfriend and Brush Blooms. I'm also using Painted Texture Embossing Folder from the new Spring Mini. Everything I'm using tonight is from the new Spring Mini catalog. Also, if you don't have a demonstrator and you're looking for catalogs, definitely let me know in the messages below. I have some I could send you. So this is a 3D embossing folder, the Painted Texture. Absolutely fabulous results. Let's go ahead and get going on the card. And I'll show you how I created it. So we need Whisper White. I've got an A2 base, but this is cut lengthwise. So on the side that goes 11 inches up and down, I cut it 4 1/4, and then I scored at 5 1/2. So we've kind of got a hamburger fold. Or I guess, is this a hot dog fold? I guess we're folding so that it goes long ways. We're going to tip it to the side here. I'm also using a piece of Whisper White. This is 2 inches by 5 1/2, and I ran this through the Painted Texture Embossing Folder. Let's see if we can catch how beautiful this is. You can see all that lovely texture. Turn it from this. There we go. You can really pick up all the dimension on this. It is absolutely fabulous. So the white piece was 2 inches by 5 1/2. The Calypso Coral is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm using So Saffron. That is 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and get these layered up right now. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Let's see which way. Okay, this is the back side. When you use your Stampin' Seal, this is really strong tape, so you don't need a lot. But when you're done, you want to give it a little twist at the end. And that causes the tape to rip off so it's not sticking all over. Gives it a more even tear. I'm going to put a little in the middle for good measure. And then I'm just going to line it up. I want about 1/8 of an inch on each side. And that looks pretty good. So make sure to comment if you're here watching me tonight. I'll be doing a random drawing for one lucky winner on the card. So now we're going to just attach a little more Stampin' Seal. to the Calypso Coral piece. And we're going to line this up with about 1/8 inch on each side. I like to use my grid paper. It just kind of helps me get a little more, I guess, even, I guess. Okay, and there we go. So we've got our 3 layers done. And I have one piece that's a little, I can see some of the yellow here. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that off so it's all nice and even. Just a quick little trim there. Then we want to take our card base. I'm going to take my Calypso Coral ink and go ahead and just randomly stamp some of the dots on. Put a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and then we'll come down and do another row. I don't necessarily need to get right in the center, simply because our layered piece that we did is going to cover that part of the card. Get a little bit more in here, a little bit more right there, one more right there. And I'm just going to make sure, yep, that'll work beautifully, you can see. Let me clean that stamp off real quick. Okay. Then we are going to take the So Saffron ink with the small dots and just put a few of these on the card for the background. Quick and easy and really fun, colorful background to create. And I'm trying to get these wherever there's a lot of white space, of course. Get a little more in the corner there. Doesn't take too long. How's the weather where you're at? Been very chilly here today. I think we got 12 degrees for a high. Good stamping weather. Stay inside, stay warm, create. Okay, and we're almost done with this. And I like how that looks. Maybe just, oh, you know me, we'll put one more right there. A little bit more up here, a little bit more up there, and on that side. Okay, now I'm happy with it. So I'm going to close up my ink pad. So the next thing we want to do is use our Stampin' Seal, and we're going to put this on directly in the center. So where my Calypso Coral piece is, I'm going to come down 1 inch here and 1 inch here, and that's going to be exactly the center. So we'll get a little bit of Stampin' Seal on here. Oops. Pull that off my paper real quick so it doesn't stick to anything. I'm going to get a little bit in the center for good measure. So now we're going to bring the Calypso Coral up about 1 inch. Right about there looks good. And right about there. So next, we are also going to take our punch. This is the banner punch. Absolutely love this. I'm going to make a V-shaped banner. So I have cut a piece of So Saffron to 3 inches by 3/4 inches. And a piece of Calypso Coral to 3 1/8 inches by 1 inch. So we'll start with the Calypso Coral. I'm just setting it. You can see the grooved lines in here. So this will cut strips of paper that are 1 inch wide, 3/4 inches wide, or a 1/2 inch wide. And I'm pushing it all the way back. And I'm just going to give it a quick punch. The So Saffron is going to go in the 3/4 inch slot. And a quick punch. And look at that. Very quick and easy way to do little banners with the V-cuts in them. So now I want to stamp Let's Paint the Town. I'm going to do that with Memento black ink. Remember, if you're watching, say hello in the comments. And there we go. And then I'm going to take Happy Birthday. And these are coming out of the Brush Bloom set again. Looks like it's inked up really well. And give that a quick stamp there. And there we go. Now I'm just going to quickly add a bit of stamping seal to my little banner tag pieces. And I'm going to line that up about in the center. I have an easier time with it if I stand it up on edge to get it right to the edge. And there we go. A little more stamp and seal. And we'll go ahead and place this on right about in the center. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this a little bit. And there we go. And last but not least, so I'm going to show you how I colored the girl real quickly. And this is the girl with the ponytail from Hey Girlfriend. I've already stamped it out with Memento black ink. And I've got a couple of different colors of the Stampin' Blends. So Saffron, Calypso Coral. I have the light Just Jade and the Petal Pink for the skin. So I want the small tip. Let me zoom in a little bit while I'm coloring here. Okay. So I'm going to color the dress with the light Calypso Coral. I'll get around the hand. And I'm just going to shade the whole dress in. And then we're going to get the top part of the dress also. And then I'm going to take my dark Calypso Coral, the small tip, and I'm going to place that under the hand and the arm, anywhere where it would look like there is a shadow coming through. So, and the light for me is going to be coming from the left side, coming over. So I'm going to make this a little bit darker here. Of course, right under here is dark. And this little line will darken that up a bit. And this will help give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to go back over it with the light marker again and blend that in. And I'm pulling that down and away. And I'll leave this edge a little bit lighter. So her little bow tie in her hair, I'm also going to go over with the light ink. I'm going to add just a tad of the dark with the small blend. I'm going to get those little lines, the center and that part. So there we go. Her shoes I'm also going to color in with the light Calypso Coral. I want to make sure I'm on camera here yet. So there we go. Now the little flower I'm going to color with the light So Saffron. Her socks are going to be light So Saffron. And also her purse I'm going over with the light. And I'm just barely going to touch that handle. Now I am going to add a little bit of the dark also, where it's going to be in the shadow more. And I'll leave the very back edge a little lighter. And then, of course, her hair, I'm going to go with light So Saffron. And I'm just going to put down a base coat with this. And there we go. And then I'm going to add with the small tip the dark So Saffron. I'm just going to add the alternating lines in. I'm going to go right around the bow because the hair is going to be a little darker here. It's going to be a little darker around the part. It'll help create the look of volume in the hair. Now underneath here where the hair is curling, I'm going to make that all dark. And I'm going to add a dark wave here and a dark wave off to the back. Then I'm just going to blend that in again with my light marker. Just make little flicking marks. And these inks will lighten just a little bit as they dry. I think I'm going to hit the socks again a little bit more. And this is with the light So Saffron again. There we go. Now I colored her eyes jade and I used the dark Calypso Coral for her lips. So now for the skin, I'm going to take the Petal Pink. I'm going to start with the lighter shade. Well, we want the small tip. It's a little easier to control. I'm going to go all around the face, being careful not to get it in her eyes or on her lips. And then I'm going to get her neck and shoulders. both arms. I'm just going to put down a good base coat. Now here on this leg, I am leaving just a strip of white in the front because the light will really be hitting that. This one I'll cover it a little more. Then I'm going to switch to my dark, and I want the small tip. Now underneath the hairline, we're going to add the darker there and right under going through. And of course down here, because the light is coming from the left side, so the right side of her face will be in shadow. The neck and the right shoulder will be darker. The back of her arm and the bottom. And then on this one, the inside of the arm there. And underneath the dress, right at the tops of both thighs. And then we'll trail it down the back side of the leg. And there we go. Our girl is all colored. So now I've already fussy cut this one. So I don't think you want to spend time watching me fussy cut. Now you could use dimensionals and pop her up with the dimensionals. That would look really cute. In this case, I'm going to be mailing this card out. So I'm just going to use a little Stampin' Seal on the back. Oh goodness, my fingers are sticking to that. And put a little bit down here. Okay, and then I'm just making sure none of the Stampin' Seal went to the front of my girl. And nope, we look good. And I'm just going to place her with her feet right towards the bottom. And there we have our card. Happy birthday. Let's paint the town. Let's back out a little bit. Let's paint the town as long as I'm home by 9. Of course, if you wanted to have fun at my age. Oh, hi, Chris. How are you doing? Hi, Rosalie. At my age, you know, I don't stay out too late anymore. You know, I'm 29. I'm not 21 anymore. But if you wanted to have a little fun, my girlfriend said, and she's in her 70s, she's like, no, that's just not funny. I said, take the playful alphabet and cut out A period, M period, and put that in the inside so it looks like you're capable of going out all night, as long as you're home by 9 a.m., that is. So, but of course you can stamp anything you want on the inside. I hope you've enjoyed watching tonight's card. And again, I am looking to build my team. So if you've been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, you want a direct sales company, you know, whether you're a hobbyist, you want to be part-time, you want to do it full-time and grow a large team, the choice is totally yours. I'm excited to be getting my first new team member tomorrow. She'll be signing up. But, you know, I'm always looking for more. The more the merrier. So thanks for watching tonight. And in about a half hour from now, I'll come back in, check the comments from who was watching, and pull one random winner. It'll be a random drawing, and you'll be getting this card from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week, Monday, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a good week, everybody, and happy stamping.